in their economy. Now, the opening of the economy is worth more than $550 billion. The payment that they made, it's worth more. So between that and the payment, we reduced it down to 15%. But they were at about 28%.
Oh boy.
And then they bought it down, basically.
So
yeah, I would let other countries buy it.
the lion himself is now at the Federal Reserve. I hope you guys could hear me okay. I think you can.
I have one dispute, and the dispute, there could be some things with money and, where it comes from, how it's come from, how it's printed, where it's printed, all of the standard things. But I just want to see one thing happen. Very simple. Interest rates have to come down. If the interest rates don't come down, we're knocking it out of the park with high interest rates. If interest rates come down, then that final little element kicks in, and it's housing. And the sad part is that people, wonderful young people, young couples starting off, they can't get a mortgage because the rates are too high. Tim knows that better than anybody, I think. Because to do that is a big move, and I just don't think it's necessary. And I believe that he's going to do the right thing. I believe that the chairman is going to do the right thing. I mean, it may be a little too late, as the expression goes, but I believe he's going to do the right thing. The fact is,
no, I didn't see the South Park.
What's taking place in
South Park short.
It's
on
Saudi
Charlie
Arabia says you have the hottest country anywhere in the world, and I thought you were dead 1 year ago. I thought we were dead. We just left NATO, as you know. They're agreeing to pay 5%. We're not paying anything. We send them the equipment. They pay for 100% of everything now for the war, Ukraine. But I just left NATO, and every one of those leaders said, every country, they said, and very smart, very successful countries, frankly.
South Park short about what, though? What's it about?
Less than a year. I mean, if you think. They say a year ago we were dead, and today, so I'm here 6 months, and we did it over, and we had the help of it. Men like this, and people like...
Was he with Powell, though, at any point?
They're great professionals. They really are. They're great professionals, and in a short period of time, we made it the hottest country in the world. With all of that being said, we'd like to see, we can always do better. And we can do better if interest rates come down. Good job you do. You do a nice job. I want you a lot. I do. 2 people. Maybe 3. I pick him, but I think he's not leaving the set. I picked him.
He was with Powell, okay. This just looks like it's like Trump's older than him. Powell looks older than Trump here.
I think he's going to do the right thing. Everybody knows what the right thing is. Even people that believe in the higher rates.
Yeah, I don't think much will happen out of this.
They all want to see the interest rates come down. It's very important. I don't think we're going to do that. I don't think
60-40. It might hold off until October even.
I have great respect for Tulsi and the documents they found on President Obama. Frankly, it was an Obama thing, but it was the people that worked under him also working with him. And no, it's a very, very serious thing. Thank you very much.
I think that's it, right? Let's see. The lion is out. The bobcat over there. Okay, so I think that's it. I don't think much will come of this. Probably not. I don't know what the hell. I don't think they even talked about. He was talking about the spending. But I mean, it's... yeah, we'll see. We'll see. So let's look at I just want to see that. Okay. Oh, Hulk Hogan died? Wow. That's crazy. It's okay. So, oh, appreciate you. Keep on grinding. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Hulk Hogan just died. Did you guys even? I didn't even know that yet. It must have just out. Let's see. Oh, he had a heart attack. It looks like. Mm. He was really tall, right? Yeah. So Hulk Hogan is. Mm. Yeah, well, you think he probably on steroids too, or whatnot? He probably was. I would think I don't know how tall he was. I think what, at least 6'8" or so. Really tall, obviously, right? 6'7", 6'8" or something. But yeah, yeah, heart attacks will get you. But yeah. Anyway, well, Ozzy Osbourne, it was more of an expected one, but yeah, two pretty big people died. But yeah. Anyway, ETH is jumping and probably will continue to do so, up to these kind of areas. It does look pretty good overall, as I've been talking about. And yeah. I know some people on Twitter or whatnot have been talking about the the butterfly harmonic, I think, for ETH, and that would bring you up to probably right around this area, or you could just do basic TA and get you to that area too. I do think, yeah, I mean, I do think that, what was I going to say? Yeah, I do think that you generally are gonna keep going. And I'm just trying to look here up to these areas. You could be at a new all-time high, maybe even before that, maybe by early August, potentially a new all-time high. If we can get to 4,000 relatively soon, people would get excited there, and then momentum would probably bring us to a new all-time high. We are way behind schedule still on ETH, I'll tell you that much. So we're way behind schedule still. Let me, my thing is like a little bit, yeah, it's better. But anyway, we're way behind schedule here, and I think we're going to do better. AVAX as well, I think, can do pretty well and jump up, $40, hopefully. Cardano as well. We had our healthy pullback. We should be well on our way. I was looking at the ETF. That's coming up a little bit too. Others is a good one to look at. So still down a bit from its November high, but looking very good. Now, I don't know exactly where this is going to end up, but I think you should be able to make a new all-time high. You almost did here. You almost did in December, November. I think you should be able to make a new all-time high and keep getting higher and higher. Now, if you think the lion wins at everything he tries in life, which he tends to, Trump, then you're going to see some rate cuts, and that'll help out altcoin season into the end of the year. I don't know if that's going to be, we'll see. I don't know. I mean, what would the big surprise be? Next week, I think, is FOMC meeting. The huge surprise would be they cut. I don't think that's going to happen, though. But, if that does happen, that would be crazy. I don't even know. I think it may be not until October now, but most likely it's still September based on the odds. So, yeah. And if we look at, I'm just curious about yields right now. Yeah, obviously not too much happening. Slightly down. I mean, you had that high in May, and you're coming down a little bit. You're not going to, it's just that period in history where it's generally going to be sideways, higher or whatever. So, yeah, right. Rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. That was a surprise. surprised this is not front page news for Hulk Hogan. Nothing. Huh. Oh, okay. Here we go. This is South Park.
There's something else that happened yesterday that we haven't mentioned yet, and that is that CBS News agreed to pay a settlement to President Trump after this. This is from Paramount Global, right? They have a merger that they want to get through in front of the federal government. Might have led to this settlement. It says that the company has agreed that in the future, 60 Minutes will release transcripts of interviews with eligible U.S. presidential candidates after such interviews have aired, subject to redactions as required for legal or national security concerns, because this had to deal with Kamala Harris's interview with 60 Minutes and if they edited it. Okay, so here's what aired.
Well, let's start with October 2nd, 1200.
We already know this, but well, first it was Fox News lost a lawsuit over Dominion voting or whatever the hell. Had to pay a lot for that, and then is there? I want to find the South Park scene. I kind of want to find it. Actually, reaching settlement official. South Park art is not as good as it used to be. Is it still good? I think the old ones were obviously the best, but. Yeah. Huh. 10 episodes a year. Yeah, I mean, I heard it's not. South Park is not as good as it used to be, but yeah. South Park is so bizarre. It was like funny in some ways, but I don't know if. I'd be curious to see the scene, but you kind of already know what it's going to be like. They got Satan in there a lot, man. In South Park, it's always Cartman like having meetings with Satan and crap. Yeah. Kind of ridiculous. But anyway, yeah. So when we look at crypto in general, looking pretty good here. ETH, I think it's still ETH season, man. I think ETH versus others still should come up, and I'm looking at this point here. So a little reminder there. I definitely am looking at this point. Try to hit hopefully sometime in August, and then because this was like your main kind of into the end where alts outperformed ETH. Alts did very well into kind of January 22. Obviously, your top was before then, but still, we were still high in January 22 in that cycle. So. It was possible there. Anyway, so that's ETH. We'll look at just a few more of these. Cardano. We did look at Cardano. It's coming up. Let's see what have people been trading? That's the better question right now. NFTs are probably, have they been moving? People have been talking about NFTs. 6,700, almost 7,000 for a mutant ape. What have people been looking at? Dogecoin. Okay. I mean, it is all those Robinhood users. You would think they would have, you'd think the trading volume wouldn't be as high on this anymore, but it is, it still is that high kind of amount. So, yeah. 3-week trigger wave. You're right there. Trying to come up higher. 42 there. Yeah. Right there, yeah. For chain link, that's a big point too. So Yeah, my guess is it could take its time, but I think everything is going to kind of, continue to recover here or whatever, which is good. And yeah. Polygon, again, taking its time. I think tomorrow's Friday, but into next week, you'll see a lot more, cool stuff. And by the way, guys, if you guys are interested in trading, check out BloFin, pinned comment, pinned chat. 20% off your fees for life. So check that out. And yeah, Bitunix, 25% of your fees for life. The link is down below. I think 2 people signed up already. I'll be honest with you, I kind of screwed it up. Now the link is the right link. The first link won't give you the discount on your fees, the 25% off. I don't think I could even change it. So if you were one of the 2 people, I think, I saw that 2 people signed up. If you were the 2 people, just make another account, I guess. So yeah. But appreciate you, Decrypt. Appreciate you. So yeah. And what was I going to say here? So I had the pumped up fun one. Is it still dumping? Yeah, not a surprise there though. Sometimes you look at this as the next meme coin. I mean, there's so many of them, man. I mean, the dog with hat. I mean, that doesn't have the trading volume though that some other ones have had. The pumped up fund did have a little bit of trading volume for a little bit, but not no more. Farcoin. Aptos. I want to look at freaking Aptos. That's one. They released that like at the bottom of the freaking, Bitcoin bear market in 2022, which, I mean, and it's at the same or even lower of an evaluation now, so it didn't work out too well. I thought it would eventually jump up. We'll see if we can get back up to these highs, $14 maybe. I don't know if that's gonna be necessarily the big mover. I mean, DOT does look good. I think everything should be able to jump up in the next few weeks, but some of these are getting to the point where it's like they got to make up their mind. Dow, I think, could do pretty well. Yeah, I think you could get it back up to these highs, 700 or something. Weird in terms of the, price, $400 a coin, a share, It kind of is a share because there's only a limited supply, even, your share of Bitcoin. It kind of is a share. Only so many. And we call them coins, but they're really they're shares of the totality of it. Coins, pieces, man. PayPay. Gold, I'm hoping, kind of would come back, but that is not a bearish of a pattern there. That's looking like a continuation pattern. People have been excited about gold. I mean, they always kind of are. If you compare it kind of to the 80s, 90s bear market there. I mean, this bear market was a lot slower. I mean, if you compare it to that situation, we should be like at 800 or something right now, but it has gone up. There's periods through history where it doesn't do as well, but according to this, the 2030 should be pretty good for it. But right now you're getting some potential. What about dog with hat? We looked at it. I don't know, man. Your life savings and dog with that. what the hell did that look like? I don't see why it can't come back up to like $2 or $3 at some point, but yeah. there's that. Trying to think what else here. So there's T-Mobile, Nvidia. That's kind of new all-time highs or whatever. We're in post-market right now, I think. So, yeah, you're bouncing around those new all-time highs. I mean, maybe 190 by end of year. This thing just a gift that keeps on giving. $4 trillion company, my God. Strong performance expected. Tesla was down. I know that. And, yeah. I mean, it's down, but it just keeps bouncing around, man. This is like one that's like, I think it should be able to get back towards those all-time highs or whatever. You know, I think Trump's trying to make peace with Elon. I would be curious to see if anyone runs under his party, America Party or whatever the hell. If somebody tries to run as independent under that. Definitely people will. I wonder if it'll get any traction. I could see a couple of people in the House pulling it off. I mean, the midterm elections are next year. I mean, so you still, if someone's trying to run and they got, I don't know, $500,000 to put into it, $1 million to put into it, run under America Party, Elon probably would endorse them. You probably could get, if you got $1 million, $500,000 to, or you're just pretty well known or whatever, you know, and you're trying to run for office. I mean, you probably could get in the House. I mean, I don't think you're going to win as a senator with that unless you're really well known or very rich. But yeah, you got $1 million to mess around with to try to run a political campaign, try to get in the House, learn what the hell the House of Representatives does. Well, spoiler alert, nothing. But you might have a good shot. Elon would probably. That'd be the plan. Not something I want to do, but you know, not something I'd want to spend $1 million on. But you know. Cracking fire in the background? No, I got the door open though. You hearing the? I don't know, the whatever there is. I was trying to, it's hot on the 9th floor here. They don't have no AC where I am. But, yeah. The sound stops? What are you talking? Oh, weird. Yeah, there's some, what do they call, like the, definitely some outside noises, some bugs making frogs. No, not frogs, but 15-year-old whale. There's been quite a few of those Primo Viva Primo. There was one that, you know, bought, I don't know, 10 grand worth of Bitcoin 15 years ago or something, and or was it even 15, maybe 12 years ago, and sold it for $1 billion pretty recently. So there's been a few of those. That's more a 4-year cycle. I think at this point you're going to see more of that. I would say, you know, when the NASDAQ started trading, it was 15 years before you saw the dot-com bubble pop. Thinking. Yeah, I would say this would be the earliest before you start this. This is the earliest possible before you start this, like, 8-year bear market or something. I would think it would be more likely between 2030 to 2038 rather than 2026 to 2034. But I've been wrong before. Unless they just dump everything on Trump and, you know, his last couple of years in office. But I kind of don't think that'll happen. The line always wins. I think the 2030s will be where it's worse. So, yeah. I'd be curious to see who the hell is going to get in after Trump. Ah, man. I would guess J.D. Vance, but I don't know. But, yeah. No, there's been quite a few old, like, whale wallets and crap like that. I feel like that happens every time in the post-halving year, but, you know, maybe more so this time. You know, 15 years is kind of, well, I'll say 2009, but I mean, really, I would say 2010, 2011 before, you know, anyone knew what the hell Bitcoin was. So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you look at these. I mean, it's indicative of what we saw every cycle. I mean, look, you know, this is just got high in money flow, peaked. You know, in December of 2017. Next time, 2021, not as high, peaked. Here, you're getting there. You know, towards the end of the year. You know, you had that one was December. This one was March. You know, September, October is what if it's like that. When you get that next red dot in the two week, I mean, it may not be until October, man. It's hard to say, depending on how, what happens here, how much we do come down. But yeah. I don't think I'm going to go on too long today. I mean, the other thing that we want to keep our eye on too is others versus Bitcoin, and that looks better. I mean, the thing too is that monthly green dot that confirms in 7 days. It probably will confirm, and I would think in all likelihood that should mark the bottom for this, and you should be on your way. And the last 2 times it bottomed, it had ferocious recoveries. When I say ferocious, I mean really ferocious. You know, even there was pretty ferocious. But this is major wild, you know, wild lion ferocious. You both bought 1 ETH. Nice, man. Nice. That's the thing too. I mean, a Bitcoin, like, you know, 118. You know, to get a full Bitcoin, you've kind of like sailed the ship of. I mean, just if you have 1 full Bitcoin, I mean, you're already probably. I mean, what is top 5? I mean, what is top 10% of American net worths? Would you be in top 10% of net worth if your entire net worth is in 1 Bitcoin? I wonder. 100 grand. I don't know if you'd be in top 10, but you'd probably be in top 20. I would think top 20, top 30. If you had a net worth of 100 grand or something, you know. So I would guess. Thing too is like, what's the other? Just think of things that are expensive, like Dow Jones, 44K. Oh, the thing that's just, you know, everybody's been commenting about how it's bled so much, but 700. Yeah, this is like, even though this is just what you buy to bleed against S&P 500, and get no damn dividend either. But 700 Ds. I mean, that's a big D swing in there if you got 700 Gs. Let's look at this against the S&P 500, man. I mean, it does trend up against it, but yeah, no, did make a new all-time high against it. Okay, lately not too bougie, but yeah. I mean, he's not even the CEO. Charlie's not even, or Buffett's not even the CEO anymore, so it's not. Yeah, it's just a different situation, but. He did make a new all-time high. I'll give him that. But the thing is, too, like, what was the return here? 70%. I mean, no kind of an interest. Why would you buy? Yeah. But I mean, 98 was rough for him, but yeah, 300 there. So yeah. And this is just Any of you guys ever watched Courage the Cowardly Dog? I always think about how it kind of predicted the future. When it's just Courage on the computer, it's kind of like Courage with the AI, with ChatGPT. Like the smart-ass ChatGPT situation. How do we remove ghosts? Oh, ghosts. You're getting into a very difficult situation there. You stupid mutt. My very poor attempt at a British accent. Meta keeps going. So yeah. What do I think ETH will reach? Oh, when this year? Probably at least 6 to 8,000. You know, that range. My target is 7,300. I'm gonna DCA out from October to end of year. I think that makes the most sense. You know, maybe more of a DCA out more early if it's already at 7K or whatever. DCA out slower if it's not at 7K yet. It looks like it'll keep going up. I mean, that's kind of how the way I would look at it is, or yeah, that's the main thing there. So yeah. Oh, got somebody with the UK in the name. They said it wasn't too bad. Wow. Great Scott. I feel very brilliant. Feel very yeah. When do you think you should sell? I think you should sell probably between, I think, like I just mentioned, DCA the hell out between October to December, I think. I mean, we're in the later stages of this. I mean, anyone telling you that this is just the beginning and it's going to $1 million this year probably doesn't know what the hell they're talking about. But then again, there's not like that much FOMO and greed yet. So I think we got the time, you know. Undo. Evan. Undo. I don't know. I think he'll do pretty well. They'll come up back up to these points probably. Maybe at least a double. How about Ordy? That's probably a little pullback, but there's a few of these that look pretty damn good right now. And I mean, what are we hoping for? At least a double on a lot of these, you know. My investment in crypto miners, personally, no, but we can take a look. It's just not my thing, really, but not against them. That was, yeah, they weren't doing no crypto mining back then. Bitcoin didn't even exist in 08. I don't know. I mean, it keeps coming up. A little different that time. I mean, we're hoping for these points. I don't know if it's really the strongest chart. Honestly, I probably wouldn't buy that personally. Same thing with this. I don't know. I mean, do you guys mine? Any of you guys mine Bitcoin? You guys mine Bitcoin? You guys mine anything? You mine gold? Should probably call it something different than mining. What time frames do I like to use for signals by? I mean, it depends, you know, for spot, are you asking? I mean, a lot of the higher ones, you know, a lot of stuff, you know, it's not just particular time frames. I mean, I look at a lot of things. So yeah. That's a tough question to answer. Because there's a lot of different ways to do it, if you know what I mean. It almost looks like it could fall, but I don't think it will. I think we'll hold up pretty well. Used to mine ETH. Nice, man. Perpetuals. Like leverage trading? A lot of different things, man. Trig waves I like. There's a lot of different stuff on different time frames. I mean, not to show my course. I do go into more strategies on that in the course. Link is down below, but yeah. Good time to buy alts. I think so generally, especially Ethereum. I think we will more likely break upward than downward, but I could be completely wrong. I mean, for all I know, we could break that back downward to 2,600, 2,800. I mean, it's possible. Not too likely, in my opinion. I think we'll consolidate a bit and break upward, but, you know. So, yeah. I mean, it could be. The market likes to play with you too. I mean, it could get consolidated a bit here, then into August could be the red month, and we break down to lower numbers in August. I don't think that'll happen though. I think you'll generally at least hold 3,200. Like I think you could break upward before rolling back down. You know what I mean? See Aldo Empire, Aldo Crew, Aldo. But yeah, Caspa. I mean, yeah, I think it looks generally pretty decent. I think it'll fight back up to these highs at some point, by the end of the year, hopefully, break upward. So, anyway, guys, I gotta turn the fan on in my room. I gotta get ready for bed. It's pretty late here. Not too much else to talk about right now. A little bit tired, but wanted to come on. So, I think I'm gonna get going. If you guys are interested in trading, check out the links down below. As always, remember, if you deposit at least $100 on any of the exchanges down below, make sure you open a support ticket in the Discord with your UID or your email, and we'll give you one free month in there on the VIP channel. So yeah, and even just good deposit bonuses, discounts, and fees on my links. So check it out. Anyway, guys, I think I'm gonna get going. Smash the like button. I will see you guys really soon. So yeah, what's up, Seth? Yeah, I mean, what did CN? I mean, I don't really like CNBC personally, but too much is a little biased. But yeah, disagree. Yeah, on revenue. Is there a video of this? $13
Old
minutes.
post office into the now home buyers down. It's the worst
This is just with Tim Scott.
walk a block. I think he's going to do the.
But here it is. Whatever. I'm too tired right now. But anyway, guys. Stocks making the biggest moves. Intel, Decker, Boston Beer. Yeah. Eli Manning, man. That was somebody who was pretty good in his peak and then fell off a cliff and then got benched at the end of his career, but it is what it is. Am I going to Norway too? No, I'm not going to Norway. Not this time. Autos rollouts because I'm not taking into the microphone, unfortunately. Anyway, I'm going to get going. I'll see you guys really soon. Have a good one. Bye.